Alright, welcome folks. We are live, and we're going to start off with some more of the Perkeo speedruns. I'm leaving for GDQ tomorrow, so I figure it's probably a good time to get some practice in. Alright, let's go ahead and get set up and make sure we're recording. Let's get started. Uh-oh. There we go. Skip. Emperor is actually probably one of the better starts. Maybe not with this. Let's re-roll it maybe. There it is. There's the Temperance start is maybe the best start. Even if it took a little bit of extra time to get there. This should be fine. Let's cut these then. Okay, we're probably just buying out the shop here. That's the benefit of the Temperance start. Hello. Maybe we even do this. Probably should have been the other way, but who cares? Early head is funny after we bought that Lusty. I guess that's why we have the Jimbo as well. Egg. Here, we do want the voucher, but I'd like to get my money settled a little better first. Also, welcome, Kali. Fastest time is 23:01. I expect that's probably going to be the fastest time that I'll get. Maybe ever. Skip. We do need a red seal. Big Z, thank you for the 13. Yeah, 23 minutes, again, the completion rate, I do feel like is experience and skill. The speed is very much dependent on the seed. You can't really make a slow speed fast very well. Or there's no like real mechanism to speed up a slow speed. This is a good start, though. Yeah, Temperance is a great hit. Looks like a skip. We have no levels in Pluto yet. We have seen the head. Thank you, Jimbo. The main reason for the very fast time is we got a shop one blueprint from a buffoon pack, and that's really hard to match in terms of speed. You have a flex spot here. This is better than banana. Still need a red seal. We've got a lot of purple. It's an okay red seal. Take another purple though. Faceless is good here. What's the same faceless? Maybe that's instead of the driver's license. Still no Pluto levels. Alright, that's gonna force me to play 4 of a kind. Or take another Jimbo. Just get rid of the deaths for now. That's less valuable than the temperance. Jacking it. There's our strength. I might fool that just to try and get it up. But I do still want the temperances. Oh, welcome, Iberian. Maybe there's a better red seal in here somewhere. There's the strength. Okay. Actually perfect. It's actually kind of huge. Brainstorm mod is not required for speedrunning NF. Legendary list version is... world record is 44 minutes or something like that. Sold those too soon. Sixes, no. Well, we do need the cryptid, so maybe that, but I do really like the temperance and the deck fixing that we've got going on right now. And just protect against upcoming boss lines, maybe. No. Don't really need any more sealed cards here. Okay. Well, Despite the strong start, things have slowed down significantly since then. But definitely in a solid position, at least. Actually this. 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 Okay. I do think that, like, Baron may be the most important early piece. Like, we've been getting into a lot of trouble because we can't find the Baron until it's way, way later than we'd like. Huge. Baron also, like, is actually deceptively very good for our econ because we can make gold cards instead of steel at the start. There's the cryptid. Now we need copy jokers. We also need that for the red seal, I think. Or one of the red seals now that we have two. Mr. Pluto. I really can't afford to do that anymore. Just dump another one here. Mr. Hardy, thank you for the sub. Can probably afford to get it away from the trading card, but like Hanging Chad is next to go. I think that might be in the... We have a telescope, so that's in the telescope now. Oven Mitt, thank you for the gifted sub. I don't need to discard that much. I'd like to find some more relevant form of econ. Okay. I don't think DNA matters. I mean, if we can just consistently get this many temperances, we'll be fine. We're just trying to get as much gold in hand as possible. Really care about suits. Voucher skips. This is a different run. Voucher skips are not necessary, so I didn't take the cola because it's not necessary. We can't do telescope stacking. We would need hundreds upon, or observatory, like, would take hundreds upon hundreds of Plutos. That's not a viable strategy. Like, we have the viable strategy, chat. We're not looking to optimize it. The game is 2 years old. We know what strategies work. Mime does not retrigger observatory cards because they are not held in hand. Your hand is here, your inventory is here. Okay, we're probably less urgently needing high card levels now. There's nothing that can benefit me there. That's insane. Egg is back. I don't know, like, we don't have the time to farm the golden ticket all that much, do we? And there's some, like, I don't know. Oh, I forgot that we have kings. Rebate. Bang. We all hit all of the non-kings. It's really good. Still no copy jokers though? That's really good. Probably you. Now we don't have to farm the ticket. But we do want to do this to make the rebate a little more reliable, I think. Just send it. Absolutely insane. That actually makes the golden ticket, like, absurdly good. On sevens. This is why I want to keep the deck fixing. Yeah, that's the only ticket that makes, like, the fact that both of these are net negative when the golden ticket was, like, fine but not really great for the sake of time is kind of silly. Like, that just it more than doubles the effectiveness of the golden ticket. It's also good. Oof. Whoops. Yeah, it's just time save. Don't worry about it, chat. We do probably want to make a few more of these steel. Only have one card left. I was just about to say we just need blueprint here. We just need showman now. We need an ecto and a showman. Or an invisible. But like, that was a risky reroll that was probably unnecessary. Think about how strong this run has been so far. And we're still several minutes off of my PB. It is just all kings. So, like, that just goes to show how unbelievably fast that that 23-minute seed was. Doc was done by now? Yeah. Well, Doc was on Plasma. Plasma is harder to set up, but it is faster because you need half as many kings. But, like, it requires more experience and skill to set up. I don't want to look in here first. Here's the Ecto. Now we just need the Showman or the Invisible. Happy chat, I made the play everyone was begging for yesterday. Look at how strong it is. Invisible would... Invisible would probably just hang out until it's time to, like, go, right? Meh, maybe not. Maybe we would have to give up some of our money. So maybe for that reason, Showman is the better pull. That way we have a bit more control over it. Should have taken just kind of any marginally good. I don't need purple anymore. I do still have a red seal steel, right? Yes. Maybe should make more copies so I don't bury it completely. There we go. Alright. Showman, please. Predicting Director's Cut next ante. That's impossible. Even with the Showman. How many cryptos do it with 4 copy jokers? Yeah, it's about 40. It's 52 with... you don't need to think about copy jokers. You want to think about scoring jokers in this run. Copy jokers accelerate the Perkeo. They aren't necessary for scoring. With 5 scoring jokers, it's 52. With 4, it's 70. With... that's funny. With 6, it's... easy. It's about 40, so we're just fully speedrunning now. We don't want that. So we need to get to 52. Understand why that 22 is insane now? Yeah, like, that can only happen. I mean, maybe not only happen, but that's, like, really only going to happen with a Shop 1 blueprint like we got, or Shop 1 Copy Joker. Because, yes, this is a very, very, very strong seed, and it's still probably going to be at least 10 minutes behind. I think people are still missing what the Plasma Ghost distinction is. Yeah, but, like, unfortunately, no matter how many times we have that conversation, it's going to be the case. There's a world where maybe... I bet we can just get by like this. There's a world where we, like, could have made it happen into the boss blind, but... I would have to... I don't think that's... Well, with 4 discards, maybe. You skip the mime copy to save time. Yeah, there's... We have been. What? We don't need... What do we need money for if the run is done? I do need a suit fixer now, though, probably. Or we just need to properly copy into the boss blind. Because I don't want to reroll that when we haven't seen the plant. And that's like, that would be when we normally go, but our good cards are going to be debuffed, so we have to wait until small blinded next ante, it looks like. No, we'd be a little bit off anyway, but we'd be at 51. Let's just make sure we don't have to play 2 hands. Okay, let's not blunder again and copy the gold cards if we can. I think we're going to use all of them because I do have a lot of gold cards already in hand. Yeah, we're going to be a little over 30. I was pretty right on the nose when I said it was going to be 10 minutes slower than the PV. We're just warming up? Nah. This is likely to be... It feels unlikely to me that we're going to get a faster time than this today, and that's fine. This is not too many, Duke. Who can say? Certainly not me several seconds ago. Is too many even a thing? Yes, when you're going for time, too many is absolutely a thing. But we have to overshoot it because we have gold cards, not full steel. We need 110 steel, red seal steel kings for this. I'm not going to, you know, tank a 30-minute run to save 15 seconds. Yeah, this isn't an official speed run. This is just a run cooked up for ADF to account for the GDQ like requirements, so that it would be a entertaining and viable option for, you know, a 7-day, 24-hour-a-day showcase of not just Balatro. But it's also just a fun run, so I like doing it. You watch your stuff other than Balatro? I mean, every time I've checked in on the GDQ stream, they've had a 20 to 40,000 people, so apparently a lot. They're just all in the Balatro waiting room? No, I think I saw Stardew Valley was kind of popping earlier today. Yep. Gonna be just about 10 minutes over the PB. Yeah, the run is on the 10th. And I'll be on the couch behind him. It'll be also immediate. So the reason that part of the reason I'm going, first of all, it seems like it would be fun. But I get to watch the 4-player Elden Ring run on Thursday. I get to watch the Slay the Spire run right before the Balatro one. And then I get to watch the Balatro run. GG. So basically, the 3 main runs that I have interest in are all within a day of each other, so I get to watch them all. All right, run it back. Actually, let's could be a good backup option if needed. But I'm sure that ADF won't need any backups because he's been practicing. All right. Double skip. Unfortunately, not the Temperance start. I do think that the Temperance start is the strong start. Let's do this. They even anti-39 speedruns. They wouldn't be very fast, if there are. What do we do here? I'm already slow. I don't like the idea of going for a straight into the hook, but I've already done it. Yeah, backup is just... Oh my god. That's a very good start. Just in case, so that we can keep the show moving, so if, like... You know, maybe 8F has a 40-minute run that, like, just misses the final piece or whatever, which is not uncommon. I'm doing some, like, vetting of seeds that might be used as backups, just so that, like, viewers can see the funny number, but... But, like, having that happen twice in a row would be devastating for the rest of the show, you know? So we're just trying to be considerate of the schedule. I think we can take a peek. Okay. Sure. Overstock is part of it, yeah. The only two parameters are Perkeo and Overstock. Fastest anti-39 speedrun is 39 minutes? Sure about that? Kai's here, maybe you can confirm. Because that's like very close. That's shorter than the Nanif's unseated Nanif speedrun. So that seems suspicious to me. Seated seems possible, yeah, because you can just start skipping after a while, but like there's also the issue with I don't see a good method that doesn't involve a quit out, right? Because the fastest way to get a anti-39 would require a bean bug, and I don't think quit outs are allowed. Wig, thank you for the 1 year. Unless we're talking like the Mr. Bones exploit, but I don't know if that would count either. Negative skip bean. Yeah. I guess if it is seated, you can line something up like that. But I think it's maybe just a chatter. Bummer. Oh, that was actually a huge blunder. His greed consumed him. Missed a red seal because of it. I regret nothing. Dill, thank you for the bits. Sure, we got it back. It's a time loss. How many kings are we looking at? 4. Guess we can add another. That's a mime. Who is it? You? Now it's you. Here. $35 chips. Eventually we'll be able to get out of the clever, but we're not there yet. Nailaki, thank you for the 10. Get some 2s. Purple is fine. That's a huge get. Do you want to find the gold cards, maybe? Okay, they don't exist. There is actually only one that does exist, so maybe that's not worth, but with the bull, we kind of want more money. Do this. Got it. Ah! Okay. I'd like to make a red seal card either gold or steel. Have not had the opportunity to do so yet. More. Oops. Let's actually death one of these. Really need to find an enhancement here. huge. I feel like this might be worth just to get our money engine set up again. Three sixes. Here. Let's do one steel on a red so that we can copy that if we need to. Double 8 is fine, I think. We don't need to. Alright, we're pretty far behind on time, but we can make up ground. Very helpful. That's, again, we can make up ground. Maybe should have been the gold card. Oh, I moved it too fast. Bummer. Guess the game really wants me to have one of those. Yeah, just a time save. Although we're not at the point of the run where we would care about time. We're still trying to... setting up is more important and saves time later, so it is a blunder. But that's what happens when you're trying to do something quickly sometimes. I did it again. I thought for sure we hit the end. I just need to be more patient. It's too much time. Quiet pause, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. That may force me into using some of the cryptids here. See what this looks like. It's not bad. need that. Hand size helps. Abstract goes for the boss blind. Would take a showman now. Fine, this is fine. Oh my god. Kind of catastrophic that it's once again the Baron that is last. Fine. But we are well beyond the point where we need to stress about that aspect of the run. Probably could use some more steel. Probably don't want to reroll because of the boss blind. Tell you, put this here. I mean, this goes really quickly if the Baron just shows up. Three out of 4. It's good enough. Oh, we're doing the double anti thing again, aren't we? Okay, so we're speed running now. But like a proper one. Perkins, thank you for the 2. I mean, both of these are just kind of demonstrating how outrageously unlucky yesterday's run was. Now, with only 3 copies, it does take a bit of time to get enough cryptids. But it's actually almost perfect for the time save. Blank. Maybe the one thing that actually matters from here. just like that and bad boss blinds. I will break this jack. Again, we'll probably need more than 52 because we don't have 52 like assumes an 8-card handful of red seal steel kings. We don't have that many red seal steel, so we need to go a few over. Do you discard the gold to save time? I mean, maybe, but like, what takes more time? Discarding the gold, which we have a lot of, and we'll probably take multiple discards, or just like eating the time loss. What we want to actually do is convert more gold to steel. So what is it, like 4 more rounds? Maybe not. That's gonna be a problem. That might eat a few cryptids. But it also eats another round, right? Because that's almost... So it's gonna be like 3 more rounds even. Unless I draw a hand like this, in which case... Like even if we hit another king, we should be fine. We actually don't want to cut cards yet. Okay. I think it's probably worth it to just go in now. We'll be at 54, and then we just discard for as much steel as possible, so we... Okay, that's fine. Goes here. And we play the 10. Yeah, we should be able to get sub 30 here. Just barely, maybe. Might be a little over by the time I'm done clicking and the animations go off. So we were at about 2630. It's going to be very close to 30. Finding the 10 was insane? No, it was... that's why we picked the heart instead of the other, because it was easier to use as an anchor point for finding the 10. Played 10 at 26:23, thank you. Earliest round you got any info on? I got it on ante 8, but I don't know what the round number was because I dropped 2 antes to the vouchers. Attempts at non-Perkeo Nanim speedruns as well. What's your best time? Like 2 hours and 15 minutes. I don't normally speedrun those ones. I just, like, I don't know the proper speedrun routes. Thomas, thank you for the prime. There's something like a 1 in 300 or a 35 million chance Ada filters into one of your backup siege, which would be objectively hilarious if you had a brick scenario. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Hopefully he doesn't hit the 1 in 35 million to hit the seed that we had yesterday, where the Baron was simply just not present anywhere after ante 7. And even the earliest before ante 7 was I think still more than 100 rerolls deep or 100 shop slots deep. I think it might have been close to 200. And then just completely non-existent after. It was okay. It was 20 rerolls at ante 2, which is it doesn't exist that ante then. And then I think it was maybe like close to 200 was the earliest until ante 7, in which it just disappeared after that completely. I think we get there. No. 15 seconds is not that long of a time, unfortunately. Wait, sub 30. We did just get there. Alright. Another one? I always have this moment when I restart that I forget that I'm on a speedrun and I'm meant to be going fast. It's also like that and remembering that I'm supposed to skip are the two hardest parts about the beginning. It's like You know, I'm sitting here thinking out my discards and draw order and all that, and what hand I should be going. Credit card in the buffoon pack. I honestly think that might have to be a skip. Credit card in the shop. I think that, I think getting the overstock is way too important here. That was dumb. Did that just throw? Maybe. Looks like it did. Bummer. Maybe it should have been a throw. Immolate. This is a quite frustrating start. Some of that is self-imposed. We do need chips at some point. A credit card would have taken this seed like into outrageous places, though. Oh my god. Not like that. Probably should have gone for high card instead of pair. But we're kind of stuck with it now. For oh, hi, Mark. Wrong one. Gonna want to get out of the supernova at some point. Right, please give me a Matador boss blind. Ah, that's one. That is one. I will give you that. Better to see it now than later. It's especially better to see it now than later when I'm going to make an insane amount of money off of it. Cryptid, but I kind of want the death still. Stonks. Not quite stonks. Okay, this is probably going to be a much slower one than we've been getting. Thank you, Matador. Red seal. God, I need better scoring tech. I need better everything. I have better scoring tech. Probably time to spend these deaths and start working on the cryptids. Comfort photo? It's the entirety of my scoring right now. What are we talking about? Sure, why not? Guaranteed to draw it. Must have the most comfortable shoes ever to be standing during the most frustrating game. I'm not wearing shoes and Bellatra is not a frustrating game. I refute the premise of the question. What is a frustrating game? Fadian games, I guess. Or I would imagine. I don't really play them. Feels like the deck might be small enough. Stop it. Never mind, this is the most frustrating game on the planet. I didn't get exactly what I wanted to have happen. Bludger's not a frustrating game, you just need to think a bit. How dare you make me think my own thoughts. Not a lot of high card levels. There we go. We might have to go... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say we might have to go with an idle route at some point, but maybe not. Hand size good. Sure. You? Oh! What did that have? Oh, I got levels in high card, and I had 1 steel in hand. Here. Grab that. Okay. Glad I ended up with that. Yes. Okay. I was really considering that strength too. Very nice. Showman would be more viable if I had more steel, red seal, like if I had a lot of things going on for me right now. Oh! Boy, what a frustrating game. Smiley face. The lack of Overstock Plus is definitely showing here. As is the lack of Red Seal. Could kill me. Well, making dumb decisions like that could also present problems. Zudo, thank you for the 14. Pluto. I think we want the burnt Joker. Might have just thrown? Because I can't, I just realized I can't cryptid a steal. No, we're, oh. Okay, no, we're fine. It doesn't work like a death. Oh, what a high roll. Okay. Still no red seals, by the way. Wait, that's my deck. I have one non-king. It's a 10. Cool. Really take that. I do just want one more. Super greedy, but we have fewer cards than we do, or fewer cards in deck than we can hold in hand. Y'all got any of them red seals? We just have to gamble on that every time. This only gets me through ante 12, so we only have a couple antes to find what we need. That's one thing that we need. It's Let's do a couple of these. That now gets me through into 13. It's fine. Let's actually just go ahead and do this. Wait, no, that's... We score more if we just, like, play the red seals even, so we're set on score for a while. Just pour until we can find a Baron. Unless we decide that we want to take a gamble on this Ecto, which seems like a really bad plan. Maybe it comes back. This is better than the rebate. Because our deck is so small. I want to get a sense of my score. I probably should have still gone for some money here. Yeah, so we're like an ante behind, but we have tools to actually get some money now. Allegedly. Could also spend some of these to make money now. I think that's probably worth. This is a new angle that I haven't tried yet, but I kind of like the it as an idea conceptually. Because like we're on a clock. Hashtag fun dad that give you the bits. So I got kicked out of a library for being a mime because actions speak louder than words. It's a good one. Thank you, fun dad. I maybe used one too many cryptids, two too many cryptids, but there's no time for math in any Balatro, let alone during a speed run. That's good, but we do have like flex spots in our jokers now because the parking, for instance, isn't as important now that we have the rebate. And it's just, man, it's always that Baron. We can come back for that when our score starts getting more concerning. And as I've said multiple times, like, the Baron may be one of the most important pieces early. Just, maybe not early, for the mid-game, but, like, it's an indication of what's going to be a successful run a lot of times because you don't have to burn resources trying to find it. Eider, thank you for the prime. See, in Baron Anti-1 or 2, would you pick it up because it's, yeah. On White Stake, you can get a Baron whenever you want, right? Because scoring is not difficult to come by. Like it is on higher stakes. Showman is not viable here. And you're with a guaranteed Perkeo, you're going to be, you know, set on money to offset the fact that you don't, or that you're carrying a Baron. Discards. Next ante, we're still fine. But after that, we're gonna either have to find the Baron or start using cryptids. I would prefer it to be the former. Schnitzel, thank you for the super chat. Will one of these seeds potential be one 8F or one? Hopefully not. If 8F is running one of these seeds, that means that the first attempt was a failure because the first attempt is going to be unseeded. My flight leaves at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning for a GDQ. Still find this ante. Oof. Not a time where we want to see a serpent. That cuts into our money a lot. So hopefully we just find the Baron before the boss blind. This should be fine. Probably not worth re-rolling the serpent. Honestly, this is just a money loss and a time loss. There's absolutely no value in picking that up. Something very generic, thank you for the donation. Rerolling costs less than playing it. Not if rerolling it causes me to die. Also, we don't need to do anything anymore. Dying is expensive in Balatro and in America. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold out on the dying thing here. That was a well-timed Baron. So we gain 4 here. That'll put us at 50. We can do it on the big blind. No need to do that. Actually, we could do it here. It should be exacties. Probably could have nanipped the boss blind. I think it might have taken longer to go through all the discard animations. Nope, you play it. I think we're 2 kings over in this instance. So I probably could have saved 1 cryptid because we have both hand size vouchers. $33.09 card played. That's good because we can see how much of a time save it ends up being to like go for an exact amount. Screamer, thank you for the 4. And something very generic, thank you for the 6. Or thank you for the raid, Screamer or Screamer. Because it was like just under, what, 3 minutes and 40 seconds when we were like maybe 5 or 6 cryptids over. So it'll be good to time out how much of a time save it actually is. Eddie, thank you for the 5. Yeah, using the cryptids for the rebate was definitely the play. Like it didn't change where the Baron showed up, but it gave me a much better chance of finding it. You get a cryptid in the consumable slot by playing on Ghost Stack, but you can also do it with the 6 Sensor Seance if you wanted to do it on Plasma. Which would make for a faster but less reliable setup. Okay, we're Baron in Mime's place, or you still have made the rebate play? That's a good question, actually. I think I might be less likely to, but I think it's equally correct. The difference there would be I'd probably have gold cards instead of steel. So it would be less necessary. But I don't know if I would have seen the play or been as likely to see the play because I feel like when I get a Baron early, I get a little bit more complacent with my econ engine. But some of that is I can afford to because of the... Okay, that hits. I can afford to because of the gold cards. It maybe saves like 3 seconds. Maybe 5 seconds to get as close to exact as possible. So I think overshooting it by a couple cryptids is probably worth. Alright. I'm gonna get some water. And then we'll maybe do a couple more, but it might be a shorter stream because I do need to pack still. So I'll be right back. Alright. Run it back. Temperance? Emperor is maybe the second best start. Drone, thank you for the bits. Hope you're enjoying the game. Okay, well I guess we're doing hearts. Let's sell this though because I do want maybe an extra dollar could make a big difference. Kinda did. I'm not going to chase either of these hands into the hook. We should have sold this. Wow. Might have to use these just to make our 4 of a kinds. Once the popcorn runs out, that is. Yeah, I don't actually know how good the early cryptid is, because it kind of clogs our resources for a bit. It's only good if we had like a blueprint queued up, like we did on the fast one. Dan, thank you for the prime. But if it's a seed that requires some setup, it's not ideal, I don't think. But it's also not bad. So I'm not gonna, I'm not complaining, it's just a little awkward. And maybe we just like use them a little bit more aggressively, and that's the plan. And we might not like tunnel in on only copying the cryptids. Sardan, thank you for the bits. 8 mult here. All these kings and we still can't draw them super reliably. Biblically accurate business card there. That's good. Okay, those are both very good. Do you ever roll once here? No. Okay. Ooh. No. We have a glass card. Kinda not really using this. Scary Face is good for score, but we don't really need that right now. Business card in reserve parking is twice as many opportunities to be disappointed. Ain't that the truth? Those are some criminal business cards. There we go. It's Bernie Madoff's business card. That explains a lot. Those are face cards now, by the way. There's a red seal. Yeah. First half of that was pretty good. Pareidolia is a creepy negative. I mean, for some people, it's a creepy positive, right? I'm gonna sue this business card. Oh, we need the $50 for sure. Think we need Paul Allen's business card instead. Subtle off-white coloring. Oh god, it has a watermark. Huge. I think we keep that there for now. See if we can hit it. Huge. The gang's all here, by the way. American Psycho is a comedy somehow? Yeah, it's satire. Huh? Listen, I always start laughing when I see what happens to Jared Leto. You're gonna love Fight Club. Next thing you know, you're gonna tell me that's not a movie I'm supposed to take seriously either. Baron early. Time to get complacent. sure why I sold those yet, but, well, we didn't find anything anyway. Do need to find some... Oh, this is a big time sink that we need to get out of. You telling me I can't base my personality off of movies? I mean, you can do what you want. We're just all gonna make fun of you behind your back. Unless you're in college, in which case, we'll all just continue thinking you're the coolest dude as we pass by your dorm room. There's no way you'd make fun of me. My jacket from Drive is too cool. Look. We're just all working through finance classes so that we can be the next Gecko from that movie, The Wolf of Wall Street. Why did they call it The Wolf of Wall Street, though, when dude's a gecko? That's the part I didn't understand about that movie. I mean, the little guy from the commercials? Yeah, but, like, I don't know, he committed some crimes or something by being too greedy with people's insurance money? I don't know, I watched that movie at a drive-in theater or something. That guy's a bad human? Yeah. I mean, he's literally a gecko. Or a wolf. I can't tell. Bro can't make up his mind about that, even. Let's take it for a ride. I really do. Like, we added so many cards, I want to fix the deck. This is one... This is absolutely a run where fewer cards is very good. My favorite movies are Wolf of Wall Street, Fight Club, and Nightcrawler. I'm going to assume that that's a comment that's not meant to be taken seriously, like those movies. I've actually never seen Nightcrawler. Throw Whiplash in there and you've got yourself a catastrophically bad blunt rotation. In terms of, like, fellas who call that their favorite movie. Nightcrawler is fantastic? Yeah. To be clear, all of those are good movies. I haven't seen Nightcrawler, so I can't be for sure on that one. But, like, when somebody tells me that any of those is their favorite, you kind of start giving them a side eye, right? I do. Because there's an archetype of fella that, that loves those movies in spite of the very obvious message. Not because of. finally missed. I'm doing the thing where I got complacent about my money, aren't I? That thing that we're just saying needs fixing with my runs that involve Baron. Just like the Wolf of Wall Street. Now, bro was too concerned about his money. That was his whole problem, wasn't it? Yeah, Dune is a good movie. I'll give you that. Like especially like if you consider the very obvious lesson there, where you just need to find the most special boy in order to save the world, and then nothing else matters. I don't know. I didn't read the books, and I've only seen the first 2 movies, right? But that seems like the message that I got from it. Can't wait to see what happens in the 3rd. Probably nothing. It's a deconstruction of the Chosen One archetype, actually. That's a lot of words for you to agree with me. And yeah, the Chosen One, as in, we must find the special boy. I'm just mad that Frank Herbert ripped off my goat, George Lucas, and, you know, George Lucas, being the good guy that he is, chose not to sue. You gotta appreciate that. Because it's, like, very obviously a ripoff of Star Wars, right? But luckily, George Lucas and Marvel, in particular, is not, you know, greedy and litigious. So. Famously benevolent corporation Disney? Yeah, there's no, like, weird history there or anything, is there? No, probably not. No one looked into that. Roffle complains that the chat's rage bait are so obvious. Look, there are people... there are people falling for the obvious bait as you type that. What are we talking about? It's just the chat is much worse at baiting than I am. I'm a master, in fact. Can't believe they just named the big special boy Paul. Like, give him a cool ass name at least. Yeah. Like, how am I even supposed to know what he walks on? Boring. It's not even a good ripoff of famously very original Star Wars. This is the first time it's been the mime, isn't it? I guess that's just proof that, like, in the Battle of Best Boys, Luke remains the GOAT. There's no better boy than Luke. That's what, like, the second movie in the prequel is all about, right? Is that he's perfect and... Or not the prequels, the sequels. Is that he's perfect and flawless, and everybody should believe in and trust in him. The movie understander is logged on. Thinking about starting up a second channel where I just analyze movies. Like in Star Wars, after age 13 is a red flag? I don't think that's necessarily true. I think making it your entire personality is a big red flag, but that's true of any media property. That's not unique to Star Wars. Yikes. Except Game of Thrones, right? There are no exceptions. What about Lord of the Rings? Again, it's not the media property that's the problem here. It's the fandom. Well, but like it's irrelevant what the movie is or what the media property is. The fandoms are all filled with people. People largely act the same way. Same with sports. Sports may be the exception in that it's irredeemable. I say this as a former sports fan and former sports person. Remy, thank you for the super chat. You stopped after the kneeling, right? No, dog. That was my team doing the kneeling. I think some sports are exceptions like figure skating and ping pong. Just ask Tanya Harding how toxic figure skating can get. If you know the name Tanya Harding, go make an appointment with your doctor. If you don't, Google it. I think I have to do this. Just in case there's another brainstorm here. Well. We just need a mime now, so that's gone. That was an unnecessary roll, too. I didn't even realize it. I was just blindly rolling, and I got rewarded for it. I, Tonya is another great movie. That sounds like a Nickelodeon TV show from the 90s, maybe early 2000s. My doctor's on vacation. I'd say you're American, but we don't take vacations. But if you are American, don't worry. If it's urgent, I'm sure you'll be seen in the next 3 to 6 months. We're done. We just need the cryptids. And maybe to clean up the deck a little bit. I appreciate that, Sipey. Hope you're enjoying the game. Doctors are one of the few classes that can afford vacations. To be fair, my issue is not with the doctors themselves. They work hard. Probably a little too hard. Given how it's just that there's... Wow. There's too few of them for the need that we have. And nurses? Well, yeah, just healthcare in general. Don't worry, though. Don't worry, though. The one place where we've got it plenty covered is the, you know, the administrators at the insurance and insurance adjusters. We've got plenty of them. And pharmaceutical reps. I'm sure there's a lot of those. Roffle making fun of my occupation. Again, just like with the doctors, it's not an individual problem. It's not your fault. You gotta eat. You got bills to pay. I can't help myself. I just keep clicking buttons that I don't need to. Like, you leaving your job isn't going to solve the problem. It's just going to make your life worse, right? That's not what I'm... That's not what any sane person expects. European here, is it really that bad and expensive? I pay $500 a month for my insurance, which gives me the privilege, the very unique privilege of, once I hit $6,000 in medical expenses, they'll start covering like 90% of it. So, 80-20 after deductible. I think it's 90-10 after deductible, but it is a high deductible plan. Also, until very recently, the insurance that I do have decided to just stop covering the closest hospital to me. So, if I had an emergency, I would have to go to a much further and much lower quality hospital. And, yeah, fortunately that got cleared up. That is that is an individual plan. That is, for me personally, is $500 for that plan. And they pay $200 a month for my whole family. My company covers a large part of it. Well, yeah, that's how it works for most people. I'm an independent contractor. There is no company that employs me. I had my insurance fail to arrive at a coverage deal with an entire hospital system a few years back. Yep, that's the exact same thing that happened. They just finally came to an agreement. So I, like, yeah, same thing for me. Basically, for this full calendar year so far, like, I didn't have a hospital that I could go to. For a long time, my healthcare was either don't get sick or live with it. Unfortunately, that's very common for Americans, at least. But, like, the don't get sick or don't get injured is a lot easier said than done. California, if you do that, you have to not pay money to not have health insurance. That's not entirely true. I don't think so. You just don't get a... No, it works the other way. You get a tax subsidy if you... If you do have insurance, I thought is how it works. That's not paying, that's... I mean, it's effectively paying, but... But only if you compare it to your neighbor or whatever. GG. Oh, we can check the Steel Joker. 24.6. That's a big boy. And another good run. Like, all of these runs were pretty consistent in the times today. Because I feel like these are like the median seeds. That we had some outliers yesterday on the other side. Like absurdly, like the first two were bad outliers. The one yesterday was a bad outlier. The PB was like the other end of the tail and was an outlier on the beneficial side. But yeah, we've had like a, everything's been in like the 30-minute range. We even had a sub 30. Remy, thank you for the super chat, by the way. Sorry I missed that earlier. All right, let's run one more. This is an atrociously bad start, unfortunately. Like, I do think that those early additional tarots can make a big difference. Now, I say that, but what if we hit the money here? Oh! I take everything back. Should have put that in inventory now that I think about it. Suit me. What if we did one of these? Another one? Oh my god, it's the luckiest card on the planet. And that makes the 2 to the moon so good. Telescope early is good too. Reserve parking is something. Sure, why not? Okay, we need to spam some high card levels to get that in the telescope. Even though it's going to take a little bit of time now, I think that saves time in the future. It's there already. Could even do a space boy here. We might not need him for very long. Do the moon is capped because interest is capped. Observatory is never a reasonable pivot, no. That would take hours rather than the minutes that we're looking for. I mean, we gotta play it, right?
It's 3 for 3?
I mean, I know it has the retrigger, but that's insane. Okay. I mean, it's got to miss at some point. Obsidian, thank you for the prime. Yeah, another one. I do want to get some enhancements on them first, but they also pay out decent money with the reserve parking. Probably don't have the deck fixing for the rebate now that I think. Oof. Could be good to take for a ride. Okay, we want to copy that now. My man. Wake up, Spaceman? I'm pretty sure he's well above average. Yeah, like, I'm not complaining about this Spaceman. That would be crazy talk. Should probably go now. Probably want to make some steel as well. A little afraid of boss blind still. I really want to make some steel as well at some point. On the red seals so that we can like have an actual play towards a mime early. Congrats, Blenderman. Not sure why I even checked in there. Well, it doesn't hurt. Temperance good. Take this. Have I missed a chariot? I don't think I have. There we go. That can allow me to get out of the supernova if we start getting enough of those. I hit Molt. Pretty good for holding us over here, if need be. Don't really like the showman right now. Just choose not to die, maybe. boss blind appears that you don't beat, just post to your Facebook that you do not consent to it showing up. That's true. Little known fact. I think we probably just want to do that for now. Top Punk, thank you for the 2. I believe in this card. Is the GDQ run also going to be filled with using filtered seeds? No. What we're going to do instead is hold R for 6.5 hours until we finally get a Perkeo and then pray that it wins. Pushing back the... And then if it doesn't, we'll do that all over again. Pushing back the 24-hour, 7-day-a-week schedule. What is that, 12 hours? Yeah. Well, 14 hours. The one trick that GDQ staff hates? Yeah. That and me jumping on the couch and standing on the couch so that I can not be forced to do seated commentary. I know Mime Copy for money still hasn't found the Baron. You can watch the actions happening on the screen in front of you by watching the actions on the screen happening in front of you. If you can't see what's happening on the screen, I'd recommend turning on your monitor. And that should help. I don't need to be buying these. Just don't die. Remember, tell the boss blind that we simply do not consent. I also don't consent to the complete and utter lack of cryptids that we've seen. Ailscraft, thank you for the super chat. Turning on the monitor doesn't work, see an optometrist. Yeah, you could also like double tap the power button. That helps for some people. Saw that calling. Okay, now we need an Ecto and a Cryptid. Not having cryptid would be a new one. You beanbug at GDQ? I don't know. Rules are entirely self-imposed and made up, so it's just not necessary or good use of time, even if you could. Top Bunk, thank you for the super chat. Or not super chat, donation. Good showcase though, is it? I don't think something that needs to be as thoroughly explained to regular Balatro players as the Beanbug is, in my experience, is a good thing to showcase to like more casual players. Alright, we're just gonna do the thing where we have to trick the game into giving us what we want. We can sell this one. Found it. So we'll just block every spectral until we find the cryptid and the ecto. Oops, I'm not doing a very good job of that, am I? That's really unlucky that it's hit that every single time so far. Touchdown, Jesus! Thank you for the bits. Don't care about anything but spectrals right now. Ah, yes, the spectrals. Okay, we can sell the medium. And also the medium. This is a new one, so it's good to get this wrinkle under our belt, I guess. Got room for you. Familiar. No space for it. Aura. Jesus. Deja vu. Okay, we can use the immolate. Sell this. Sell that. We have an extra talisman as well. 6 2/3% per shot for spectrals, 1 1/8 chance to find ectocryptid in that. It's deeply unlikely that this is the limiting factor. Yeah. I mean, we've had a lot of deeply unlikely things happen. Unfortunately. Just check our boss blind real quick. Arm doesn't matter. I should have bought that Ouija. Black Swan Paradox. It's another movie I learned a lot about. Okay, Sigil is done. Or I learned a lot from. It's the if you just keep dancing, everything will be fine, I think. It's funny how well Extremity like Nanif shows how when you stack probabilities you get very interesting results. Yeah, you do it enough, you do anything long enough, which Nanif runs tend to do. And yeah, you'll end up seeing like the extremes just by oh, there's a very good chance to find the Ecto, thank you. And we didn't actually want the cryptid here anyway, so it's fine. But now we do need to find that cryptid. Oof. It loves Talisman. I mean, normally so do I, but this is not the time nor the place for it. Black Swan is just Whiplash or ballerinas. But like male ballerinas though, right? Oh, now. Mother of God. Ballerinos. Sorry about that. Okay, Grim is done. Sell this as well. God, this is so tedious. But it is necessary, apparently. Money for rolling. Missed the Ouija. Sorry, C-dubs. It's a habit. Like, this is legitimately insane, right? We can all agree on that? Sigil, Ankh. Ankh should be good. Sigil, we already have one. Medium, we already have one. Can you say that again, Mr. Streamer? That again. thought we already had the Ecto. I sold it for it. Yeah, those are all whiffs. We take a showman before finding the cryptid. Yeah, because I need a showman either way, right? I... Yep. Missed it. Again, we learned this lesson yesterday. Just because you're... Oh, I did get there in time. Just because you're getting unlucky doesn't mean you need to make bad plays. Because which will only, you know, make it more likely that you continue getting unlucky. Ecto? No. 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 This... Oh my god, dude. Spectrals are evenly weighted. Again, we don't need to go through every possible conspiracy every time we get very unlucky as well. I mean, we are finally seeing a lot of spectrals, just not the one that we need. Well, that's unfortunate. We gotta burn this whole thing down and start looking for money instead. I don't have anything to copy. Like, this probably needs to be a copy joker now because we're so slow. There it is. This probably just stays... No, I don't think I can do that. Because I need to have it... I need to win the, admittedly pretty low odds to hit a copy joker here. We gotta sell these two as well. It's gonna be in here, isn't it? Run was cursed anyway. Forgot to check my boss blind. Alright, we'll run one more. Temperance start. Temperance start, best start. Wait, maybe immolate start, best start. Touchdown Jesus, thank you for the super chat. No need to apologize. Give you that support though. This. Actually, probably should have taken up Mars. I would like a better molt option than Grimbo, but we'll just make it ourselves. Yeah, this is fine. With the immolates, this will be good. Oh no. Probably allows me to just spam high card for a bit. That's funny. It's actually still good if we're going the high card route. Yeah. Sure. Oh, this is so stupid. Still don't have a red seal. Full is good too. Speaking of. Jeez. Dang. 18 cards. Maybe now we want some deck fixing, so like deaths and stuff. Four cards, 4 kings. Go. Oh no! No, we're fine. Yeah, we probably don't need that anymore. Right, I don't need to open those anymore because we have it up here. Uh-oh. Really, temperance is good. Take some deaths as well. Sevens. It's a rebate, man. I just deathed it, didn't I? There we go. Now the problem is I don't really have any scoring. I don't have steel. Play 4 of a kinds, maybe. Here. Oh, I do have steel. Have more steel. Oops. -1 Pluto. Another one of those. Disorder dummy. Actually, I think this is better since I have so few. Oof. That's bad for a number of reasons. Golden ticket could be good too. I have no 6s. Kind of an awkward start. $23. $23 again. Oh no, no, no. Still don't have enough kings for that. $34 temperance. Run is going to be dead soon if there isn't a mime. You're the expert. Mime is pretty far from the top of my list of things that I want here. Should have rolled first. We had a red seal, we could take the DNA, but we don't have a red seal yet. Didn't need to buy that with the Death and the Fool. Oh my god. Maybe take one of these for a gold seal. Voucher is important. pretty annoying. That's nice at least. Still need a red seal. Used an ecto already. There it is. Huge. Oh no. Now we get to play this game with the Baron again. Does it exist at all after Anti-7 in this run? Have enough cards for that? No. Oh. It doesn't help me. I need Baron. The 50-50 good for a good outcome there. Oh wow, thank you, Hyperion. I'm curious to see where, if at all, a cryptid existed. There's probably one early if I had to guess. Is annoying but manageable. Can you take the Invis for a bit just to get more cryptids while waiting for the Baron? I could, but like that's not. If anything, it would be for potentially the econ on the mime. But we would rather find something like a reserve parking, or even a like I would pay some cryptids for a rebate because we're just. So that I could do the rebate deck again. But, like, there are better spots for us to make it faster to find the Baron than an Invisible. Like, we don't need to accelerate the cryptids that much. Because we're 3 rounds away from just having enough already. So there's no... Cryptids aren't the limiting factor. So rebate is really what we're looking for right now. Maybe worth a look. It is common. rare block. It's not super meaningful. Ica, thank you for the 2. Money is probably most important right now. If we find a rebate, we can rip that first. That's why we don't make that play. But apparently it bears repeating every so often, so the chat stops asking for it. Okay, we're gonna use a bunch here. Even 6 cents wasn't a valid play for that one? Wow. So they just weren't cryptids in a spot that whole round? That's a bummer. Weird thing to be the limiting factor, though. Darsil, thank you for the prime. There's no point in clicking these. Selling it is faster. We've already demonstrated why the Wraith is a bad play. It's an even worse play now, though. Surely it's just not yet another seed 2 days in a row where the Baron simply doesn't exist. It exists just hundreds of rerolls away. I mean, yesterday it literally didn't exist after Ante 7. We checked the seed. It wasn't there. One of the earliest before Ante 7 was 200 reroll or shop sought steep. The odds it stops existing are almost non-existent. We just got very unlucky. That happens sometimes when you play the game as much as I do. This one's a little bit different because we don't have Overstock Plus. The whole time we were rolling last time, we had Overstock Plus. There are online seed analyzing tools that allow you to check and review the seed for certain jokers. Yeah, we actually have the perfect number of cards now with the hand size voucher. The current seed? I don't know. Go back to Ante 8 or whatever. It's an unseeded run. So I have no way of knowing that because I didn't pay attention when I ended the run. But also, I'd rather people not know what the seed is when I'm running it because then they can spoil it. We can just wait until the run is over. Especially in a situation like this, I don't want to know how many rerolls the Baron is from me. That's the whole point of doing an unseeded run. On the bright side, we now do have enough cryptids that we can go once the Baron does show up. Pretty sure it doesn't show seed when a brainstorm is set up like this. Pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I guess, well, because I'm running Onk, I could actually show the seed at any time. But I'm not going to do that because we're allegedly speedrunning this. Oh, there we go. Right on time. But, like, unironically right on time. Like, we just crossed the threshold for the number of cryptids that we needed. Actually, I think we were at 51, so we probably could have done it before because of the extra hand size. Yeah, it's going to be satisfying doing this to the Flint. And once again, we're right in that, like, 30 to 35 minute zone that we've been hitting, like, every run today. I think this is just, like, kind of the expected time. Runs that I have that are slower than this are probably just, well, because of a bad seed or because of bad play. Runs that I have that are faster than this are just an extraordinarily good seed. Ross, thank you for the 2 months. Yeah, we'll probably use more of the brainstorm mod in the future. Like, the run is really fun. It's a nice change of pace from just like gold stakes. It's a matter of whether people get tired of watching them or not. Oh my god. Pizza Andrew, thank you for the huge donation. Appreciate that. And Leon, thank you for the prime. Yeah, I can think about like, if we're doing modded runs anyway, the brainstorm mod might be fun for, like, targeting specific jokers in modded runs, but I guess modded runs get so absurd that you can just, like, find the joker you want anyway. But maybe if there's mods that have like, specific legendaries, being able to filter for a soul card could be fun. But I think that there's a lot of potential for the Brainstorm mod. There's just feel weirdos that like take serious issue with it for some reason. Well, because they don't know what fun is, I guess. But it would, you know, there's some potential and some fun setups that you can use with it. I don't know if Brainstorm's compatible. What I was imagining doing is just, like, not necessarily targeting a specific legendary, but just getting a soul card as filtering for a soul card start and then resetting until I get the specific legendary I want. Which is still less tedious than holding R a bunch of times. Yeah, I mean, it could crash. I would definitely have to test it, but there are yeah, there are some potential problems with doing that I wasn't really thinking of. It would have to be a very vanilla, like vanilla adjacent mod. It would probably just have to be jokers being added. $37. That ended up being a little bit slower. Oh, that's alright. John, thank you for the 3. We'll take it. This fella let us down again. I think you found the first possible Baron in that seed. I mean, it wasn't that bad, to be fair. We've had, compared to what we've been dealing with, there's been much worse. Alright, that is going to do it for me today. Thank you all for hanging out. I will be back next Monday. I'm leaving again tomorrow for GDQ. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'll try to post a link in the Discord when it's about time for my call time. But, you know, I'm going to be a little bit busy. I'm going to send you over to Rarin, who's doing some new Hearthstone expansion shenanigans. So hang out with Rarin. Get some drops if you're still playing Hearthstone, or just hang out if you like watching Rarin. Anti-6 or anti-5 86 deep, that's pretty unreasonable. Anti-6 100. It's also cutting it close. Anti-10 274, anti-11 230. Yeah. That seems wow. I guess I feel like with how much money I was printing, I would have seen what the one 274 deep, but maybe that's I'm just underestimating how big that is when I don't have Overstock Plus. I wonder if I see that one with Overstock Plus, how much I'm rolling. Anyway, if you're at GDQ, feel free to come say hi. And if you're not, make sure to tune in on Friday. I think it's around, I don't know, noon local time, but things are going to 274 is 90 rerolls deep. That's a lot of money. Yeah, that makes sense. That math is pretty simple too. I was just being dumb. Anyway, see y'all. Thanks for watching. And I will see you in a little under a week.